Today it is shakedown time for the Scrambler. Let's see how those links hold up, how that flat chassis plate, the 3D printed chassis plate, the 3D printed body, let's see how that all holds up. So let's get those batteries charged and then we'll head out. So today we're going to shake down the Scrambler, and for interest's sake, how does it compare to a Class 1 comp truck? Now this truck is set up for steep hill climbs, and I want to know how steep can this go with the suspension sitting, wait, where are you going? With the suspension sitting as low as possible. But on the Scrambler we basically have a kicked skid plate in here, although it's not kicked like that. This is sitting at an angle, but the links are sitting up higher. They're not sitting on the low section, whereby this is a 3D printed skid plate, which is from a Gen 8. Now normally, if you look at the normal axial skid plates, the axial skid plates, they sit lower down. So from this point to where these links are sitting is around 1.5 to 2 centimeters in difference in height. So that means it's pushing the nose of the truck down onto the obstacle. And the skid plate is flat versus the centimeter, or in this case 0.5 centimeter. I'm going to be testing angle, hill climb angle, height of the truck itself, because this truck, the Scrambler, does sit higher. We will get over a few more obstacles without beaching it, but will it actually tilt over sooner, or are they the same? My suspension on this is still set up high. I have a lot of droop, but I also have a lot of suspension in here, so there's no pen hack or anything limiting the front shock absorbers. They are all still on full travel, whereby on the comp truck the travel is limited. There is no movement in the front, and if you lift the truck up, you can see those shocks are very short. There is not a lot of movement in this truck at all. So let's see if my new build with that skid plate and the way the links are sitting is just as capable as a comp Class 1 truck. See if I can go into the steeper section. So we get a better comparison on the two trucks. With the Super Swampers I should be having enough grip. Got a lot of weight on the front of this truck, and that was easy going. Went a little overboard. Okay, steering in. There's a lot of body rub. Oh, look at that, how steep this is sitting. Tires are both still gripping on the front. Axles are, or the suspension in the back is going down a little bit. So I don't have that weight on the front. So let's see if I can get this truck to slowly crawl. There we go. And it's steady. Well, the comp truck obviously does have a bit more grip, but we are getting somewhere. Come on, there we go, perfect. Does it. I do have quite a drop off here, so I don't really want to mess this up. Maybe I should go in a little bit skewer, a little more at an angle, getting that right front tire to touch and then pull through. It's quite steep and it's quite high. Not really liking this. Little right turn. I think I'm going to lose balance any second. Okay, let's reverse that out of there. And it's not a good Good angle. Let's take that a little bit closer to the right. In maneuver a little bit, because that back wheel is going to fall into that hole, that's for sure. And a dash of speed, or maybe, I'm not too sure. A little left turn, and the truck seems to be just popping down. Have I touched? Yes, I am on that rock. Give a little right turn, get that nose back down. That was perfect. Looks like I put that scale tree there for a reason. Let's try not to hurt the tree. We never try to hurt trees or our surroundings. Oh, taking it smoothly through there, easy does it. Taking a right turn to stay as far away from the tree as possible, and off we go. Now, I'm already fearing the Scrambler's not going to be able to do that. Look at this. That is impressively slow. Coming up, touching that tire. Let's see how we do in this case. With that tire now, the back tire is going to drop into that hole. Hoping that our truck doesn't tip. Just doing that as slow as I can. There we go. I've gone through the hole and touching. Letting it just slip through there. Gentle as possible, coming up to the tree. Whoa, let's do that again, come on. I've got a really good steering angle on this truck. Coming past the tree, perfect. Oh, this truck is obviously a little bit higher than the XJ Jeep. My J Jeep is a little bit higher from suspension and everything else. So I have to be sure that I get past that tree without harming it. But also, I have a drop-off. Have to try and see if I can keep everything in line. Don't want to be falling down this drop-off. Wait, go a little straight, and now we turn in. Let's see how far I can push this truck into this turn. That is basically on the brink of falling. I'll just put my hand here. Yep, there it goes. Let's position that a little bit better. There we go. Seeing that the tree is in my way, I don't really want to be forcing the truck through there and breaking a branch off. I'll just do that in this direction. A little bit of help from my side. Okay, that wasn't too bad either. So now we're going to get to a point where we check the height of the trucks. So the angle or the uphill climb was actually quite good from both trucks, whereby the comp truck with the weight, or how the truck is balanced and how there is not a lot of droop in the suspension. The comp truck is a little bit better than the Scrambler. And I just have to get the comp truck into this hill. As I make it, I got that bumper past. But now comes our issue. Will I have enough clearance? Oh yes I do. How beautiful was that? So the Scrambler has no bumper, which basically the class 1 regulations don't allow. But as you can see, that climb was a lot easier. Although now this truck has a bobtail on it. It's been cut and it's a lot shorter at the back. But because my suspension is sitting high, or I am able to put my suspension high, I don't have that issue with the car or the truck touching the rear, because the truck is sitting a lot higher because of the way the skid plate is sitting. And coming to our first downhill, taking it very easy on the first piece, making sure my tires are sitting correctly. Let me get closer up to that shot. There we go, front dropping down. Whoop. This is an easy section for the comp truck, obviously. Not very difficult. Keeping a slow crawl. Whoop. Dropping their front wheel in. And now another little piece. Dropping that down. Easy does it. No problem at all. And now for the scrambler coming through, trying to take it as close as possible in the same direction. A little bit of a left turn. Suspension is working very nicely, straightening out the tires just a touch. Letting that front tire come through. Slowly, easy does it. Let's see how our truck is balanced very nicely. Coming down, hearing those tires slide down this rock. Beautiful. Coming to the little drop off. Taking it easy. There we go. Straightening the wheels. Let's see how our height is on the back. Oh, no touch. Some spiky rocks on the way down on this section. I'm going to make sure that my tires touch those rocks while I am going into the drop. This has to be done super slowly. Okay, not too bad. Getting steeper and steeper. Sliding down. Careful on that front lift. The back tire still got grip. Whereby now it's coming into the air. I want 3 tires. Give a bit of a steering, left, right. There we go, dropping through that section. And slowly carrying on. This is really steep. This is seriously steep right now. Coming to the limit of the truck. Has a lot of weight in the front of it, but not in the back. There are weights in the tires. So I have weighted wheels at the back as well. More weight in the front, less weight in the back. There we go. She is pulling through beautifully. Taking it very slow, very easy. Oh, sliding down that first piece, very nice. Straightening those wheels. As soon as you steer on a downhill, your weight changes quite a lot. So try not to have too much steering in on a downhill. Try and keep those tires as straight as possible. There we go. Going to the limit of the truck as well. Although there could have been a bit more in there. That was actually quite good. But here we go. This is basically as vertical as you can get it. But the trucks are sitting, both of them are always sitting with the nose on the obstacle, which I'm really enjoying. There we go. Come on, find a little bit more grip there. A little right turn got me out of that situation, and now climbing through the V-notch. Oops. Making sure I don't drop into it. Need to balance both sides of the truck through it. You even heard my fan slow down there a little bit, my cooling fan, while I steered into it. Oh, okay, that is bad because my left wheel just fell into the gorge. Let me do a right turn to get myself out of that. There we go. Now a left turn, and I should be good. Got a lot of grass. Let's see how we do this. Here goes my battery in my remote control. A little bit irritating. So I think the best thing to do now is just to do a voiceover on this one because that was just too noisy. Now the truck is finding a lot of grip on this uphill. It is not that steep, but the Mickey Thompsons obviously do a very good job. They're super grippy, super sticky. Now on the V-notch, it is a little bit difficult. These tires don't have dual foams in them, making them softer. As you see, I slipped off on the left side. Let's go back again and try that again. Let's see if I can line it up a little bit more centered this time and trying to keep the knobbies of the Mickey Thompson in the rock. And that's not working. Okay, let me try that again. Okay, backing up, lining the truck up again, and slowly making sure that I'm steering correctly, steering the right way, making sure those tires don't drop in again. Because of the soft foams, it is a lot easier for it to fall down or to slip. Now I am just a good bit of a left turn. I keep crawling, right turn and a left turn and another right, and she should drop in. There we go. Perfect. Still battling on that. Seeing that my battery in my remote has died, making an incredibly irritating noise. So basically we have two trucks, very similar. We have short shocks and versus long shocks. We have full articulation versus hardly any articulation. We have hardly any suspension travel. The truck is sitting on full low, whereby the Scrambler has got suspension left in it, which gives us a little bit of a better or higher ride height comparing to a comp truck. But on today's run, we saw that even the lower truck didn't really have that issue. They both went over obstacles perfectly. They climbed perfectly. Downhills were perfect. So I am really on the verge of, do I stiffen that suspension up? Because I am enjoying the AR45 axle kit the way it is. And I'm getting my performance not out of dropping the suspension, I'm getting my performance out of the kicked skid plate where the links are almost 2 centimeters higher. So I want to keep it the way it is. I might play with it a little bit. I don't have weighted wheels. Comparing to the comp truck has weighted wheels. There's no weighted wheels in this. This one also has brass knuckles sitting in there, whereby we don't have that on the Scrambler. So there are still those kind of modifications to make, but I'm enjoying the travel a lot. So I don't really want to change that. Anyway, guys, that's it for me for this week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.